Hi everybody, Mark from Dingle Cookery School here again. Tonight we're going to be cooking fish. It's one of our favourite classes at the Cookery School. It's probably one of the questions we often get asked most by people who've been cooking for a long time is how do you cook fish perfectly? So tonight we're just simply going to be pan frying a nice little bit of fish. So let's have a look at our fish first of all. I've just chosen haddock fillets, alright? But you can choose any nice fresh fish that you can find yourself. A few simple things that will always help you when you go to cook fish. First of all, try to get the best fish that you can. That's the number one thing that you should always look for. And a couple of things if you are looking for, especially if you're looking for fish and you can't find it in your local supermarket or your local fishmongers, there's a couple of really good friends that I really would love to give a good shout out to. One of them is Niall from Sustainable Seafood Ireland in Dublin. Go online and the link will be below in a recipe and you'll have fish the next day delivered to you, really fresh fish. And the other guy then is Stefan from Gannet Fishmongers in Galway. So the two of these guys are really good options if you can't find good fish where you are. Now, how we're going to cook this is, first of all, when I look at it, it's not too thick. So that means that it's not going to take too long to cook. Every single piece of fish is going to be different depending on the thickness, depending on the size, okay? But the technique is the same, and we're going to show you how to figure out when it's done, which is most important. So we're going to pan fry it. So what that means is we cook it on a frying pan just like that. This is an ideal method, especially if you don't have large numbers to feed. But if you have larger numbers, you can always cook it in the oven. And we'll do that some other day. We'll cook it in the oven and show you how to do that. Now, a few simple things. First of all, make sure you have the fish out of the fridge at room temperature just a few minutes beforehand. This allows it to come up to room temperature. It means that you're not trying to get as much heat into it, right? I'm going to season it. Now, I've left the skin on, regardless if people like skin on or off. You can always take it off later on. I'd always recommend to buy fish with skin on if you can. Okay, we're going to give a little bit of salt, a little bit of white pepper, okay? And we can season the other side once we got that in. So my pan is nice and hot. We're looking at somewhere about a medium heat, okay? I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil just in the pan. You can use olive oil, or I'd suggest using rapeseed oil either, but not extra virgin olive oil, okay? Now, what we want to do with this, and remember we'll season the other side now in a second, just get those into the oil like that, okay? Always when you put them in, but sort of push them away from you. That means if there's any oil going to spill on it, it's not going to spill on you, it's going to sort of splash away from you, alright? Now, I'm just going to wash my hands, give it a quick rinse. Okay, now we're going to serve this really simply. Alright, so we've got that in there. I'm just going to get a little bit of salt on this side. What you're looking for is a lovely crispy skin. To get that crispy skin, you need to cook it over a reasonably high heat. So there should be a nice sizzle from the pan like that. The thickness of these fillets, 3-4 minutes. And they're going to be done. They're going to be done the way you want them to be done, okay? Now, so we're going to serve this with some purple sprouting broccoli. It's these beautiful vegetables that are in season right now. And to prepare them, I've just given them a quick rinse. And then all I want to do with them is just literally take off the woody part off the end. Just like that, okay? We're going to cook them, first of all, in a little bit of boiling water. And that can be all done because they cook quickly. They can be done very quickly. Right, so I've got my boiling water here. I'm going to add a little bit of salt in there. Hot is boiling. I'm going to cook them for, I'm just going to cook them for somewhere about a minute. And you can check the recipe just below. We have it down here. Now, what I want you to do now is, I've been cooking these guys. I'm trying to get a nice brown skin on them, right? And because the pan is non-stick, we don't have to flour them or anything. Turn them over and get this beautiful little golden colour on there. And remember, once we turn them over, we now need to turn the heat right down. And that's why I suggest cooking them with a little bit of skin on there. And the skin sort of acts like a little barrier of protection that can dry the heat up a little bit more. At this stage, I've turned the heat right down. Okay, and we're just going to finish cooking them. What you're looking for when you cook the fish, regardless of how thick it is, when you press on the fattest part or somewhere in the centre, okay? So get used to pressing it as you're cooking it. It's now sort of semi-soft and you can give it maybe another minute or so, okay? The longer that cooks, the harder it's going to be. And we're looking for somewhere to be almost done because remember it's going to keep cooking once we finish. Now, I'm going to try it just again. And you can see we're pretty much there now. When I touch that, there's a very, very gentle spring from it. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the heat and I'm going to make the sauce and everything because again, it's more simpler that you can do it. I'm just going to add in some butter and let that melt in there. Okay? I'm going to get in some lemon juice as well. Some lemon juice. And that'll just give you this beautiful sauce. Now, my broccoli now, my purple sprouting broccoli, I'm going to take out one, have a quick look at it, and we're looking for that there's a nice bite to it, okay? Now I'm just going to take them out. Normally I would strain them off here, but I'm going to put them in a smaller pan just so you can see what's happening. And look at the colour, like there's a lovely, beautiful green colour there. When you're cooking fish, keep it so simple. Get whatever seasonal vegetables you can find, okay? When you're selecting your fish, just pick the freshest fish. So this will work with other fish like cod, it'll work with hake, it'll work with pollock, it'll work with place fillets. So that's why if you build up a good relationship with your fishmonger, they'll be able to tell you what's in season. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to it. I'm going to give it a little bit of seasoning as well. Okay, a little bit of seasoning. And pretty much all of this should be nearly ready now. Okay, so once that butter the butter is just to melt it in there. I always, when I'm cooking fish, try to work with vegetables that are very easy to cook. If that was something that was going to take a little longer to cook, probably I would have had the vegetables already beforehand. Now, so this should be ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plate it up. But again, try to keep it so simple and try to just put one vegetable. Don't worry about sauces just yet. Learn to pan fry it. That's ready to go. Now, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my broccoli. I'm just going to put that in the center of the plate. Broccoli, the purple sprouting broccoli, you'll come across it everywhere right now. Then I'm going to take a little bit of mashed potato. So I've just cooked and mashed a bit of potato, and I had that ready, okay? And I have it warm. So I had it ready just before I did the fish. Pop that guy there. Now my fish is ready, okay? It's been off the heat and it's been resting. Now what I want to do is just strain it off a little bit like that. Put a nice bit there. I always tend to serve it skin side up. For the simple reason is, if I'm serving somebody a piece of fish and they don't like skin, they can take it off, rather than have them halfway through their fish realize that there's skin on the bottom. So just serve it like that, and it also looks nice because you've got this lovely browning there as well. Get some of your sauce and just go taste it. Yeah, nice bit of lemon, nice bit of butter, and you'll see how easy was that sauce. So just get a little bit there. When your fish is so fresh, you don't need sauces. You don't need heavy sauces on it. And that's how simple it is. Now, when I go to serve this, it's now ready to go. So you need to try and get into the habit when you cook fish that you have everything else ready. So the table is set, your guests are ready, and the last thing you should do is just cook the fish. So enjoy cooking fish and don't be afraid, but remember, get good fish. All right, enjoy it, and I'm going to eat this now and tuck into it. So thanks for watching, everyone. That is pan-fried haddock, some mashed potato, purple sprout and broccoli, and a small bit of lemon butter with it as well. Just needs another small bit in around there. And there we go. So until next week, thank you very much and enjoy.